So today I am going to share my 44th article which is related to monitoring and measurement of manufacturing process. Now nobody wants to be controlled. If you look at politicians, once they win elections, they want to do their own things. You look around the children in the houses, they don't want to be controlled for the kind of food they want to eat and that they want to study. But then without control, can we sustain? Can we survive? Mr. Deming has said a bad system is always going to beat a good person. So it's very important to have a good manufacturing system with systematic monitoring and control. Now, if you look at standard IATF 16949 2016, it is talking about certain things with respect to that. The first thing they are talking about is that we need to follow the control plan. Now, if you look at the control plan, it is an output of process flowchart and as well as FMEA. There are certain controls which are defined in the control plan. And apart from the controls, there are certain things like acceptance criteria, measurement technique, sampling plan, and the reaction plan. So for any manufacturing process to work effectively, it is very important that organization must follow all this. Now apart from that, during FMEA as well as some inputs from customer, there is some requirement with respect to the special characteristics. There may be some process or product characteristics which are very important for the final product. Now what kind of controls that are being applied in the manufacturing process? So for that, some special characteristics are being identified and SPC study is being conducted. So during manufacturing process control, it is important to see that whether those process capability studies are under control or not. In case not, then there should be a systematic way to monitor it, to control the product, and also to define a procedure how to correct the process, how to contain the products that have been made so far, and what needs to be done further about that. And if needed, maybe the customer needs to be intimated about that. Then another important thing is the reaction plan. Now there can always be a possibility that whatever we are producing through a process may not fulfill the requirement. So what to do in that? So a reaction plan tells about different steps that needs to be followed. Now in a traditional control plan, you will just find two things which is specified. Stop the production and talk to the supervisor. But in reality, things happen much more than that. We need to talk about containment of all those products that has been made. We need to reset up the process again. We need to increase the sampling plan. We need to review the competency of the people who are working so far and many more things as a part of reaction plan. Another important thing that happens in manufacturing processes that they keeps on making certain changes, like certain process changes. Maybe there is a possibility that a perishable tool is changing, or maybe a machine goes into the breakdown and again we are repairing and starting it again. So it's important that we need to record all these significant changes that is happening in the process. And why it is important? The only reason is that in case of any customer complaint, in case in the downstream process, if any breakdown happens or any problem happens in the product, we know that there can be a possibility that because of that perishable tool change, after that that problem has come, or maybe because of the machine repair the setup was not effective, and that could be the reason of the complaint. Now there can be other reason also which could result in the changes. Now these changes could be that because of machine breakdown we are not using an approved machine. Maybe the approved or the qualified operator is absent today, so we are using an alternate operator. Maybe because of some reason we decided to change an material that we are using which is already approved by the customer, and we are using an alternate material because we want to save cost. So all these things needs to be recorded, and if needed we need to take approval from the customer. And when we take all these actions, we ensure that the manufacturing process is in control, and even if there is a problem, we know that there is a mechanism to record each and everything. In case you want to know more about this article, you can press the below link and can read about it. Bye-bye.